Hello, it's the Randy Duck, and we're back again for another episode of Decent Defeats. This is the second episode of the series, and this time we've got two replays for you. The first one being on the T-32-2, the Tier 8 Tech Tree Chinese medium tank, and the second one being in the Tier 9 German tank destroyer, the Waffle. Now, the first replay we're here in Himmelsdorf, so it's not the worst map for this tank, not the best map. We're top tier, so we should be able to make it work. This tank, it's had a lot of bad, a lot of people don't seem to like this tank. They don't rate it at all. And everyone I spoke to when I said I was going to go up this line, because I've never gone up this line, have said bad things. But if I'm honest with you, if you run this gun with the 100mm, with the smaller sort of 250 alpha gun, rather than the big 390 alpha gun, it's actually not that bad. It's fairly decent, to be honest with you, because they buffed it a little while back, and it actually gets 5 degrees of gun depression and pretty decent rate of fire. And if you combine that with like the 6.0 accuracy buffs or every tank has, it's not even that inaccurate anymore. Like where it used to be very derpy, now with this particular gun it's pretty decent. If you use the other gun, it's not very good, but if you use this gun, I found it quite a decent tank. It's certainly a lot better than people give it credit for anyway. But yeah, so we're on Himmelsdorf. We've moved into the sort of usual position where if I'm playing solo, I like to take. I usually take that position where I was in at the start, but there was a barrage there, and we couldn't both play there. So I moved over to this side, and I've quickly realised that there's a lot of tanks on the hill. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull back, just so if I get spotted, I can sort of get behind a bit of cover, either to my right or to my left. But it allows me, when they push over and they go round this way, you can get lovely little side shots into the guys in the hills while they're distracted with our other tanks. And this is exactly what you're going to see here. Also, with the decent rate of fire of this gun, I'm going to be able to get a few shots in. I do get pretty unlucky with a few bouncers there, especially into the side of the SCG there. But never mind. We'll get a shot into the atomic. And all these guys pushing around, I have shots in basically. So there you go, we've got another one into the side of the atomic's turret. I noticed this Ragnarok's pushing around, very dangerous tank, and his engine was damaged. So I was hoping to get a shot into him again and potentially set him on fire. I don't do that, but I do get the penetration. And as you can see, they have dominated the hill now. And I'm just, it seems this atomic is sort of the last one sort of standing for me to get shots in. His turret was turned, so I was able to get a shot straight through. Now he's sort of panicking and reversing back, and I get a shot straight through him again. So that's sort of 4 shots I've put into this guy now. We get another one through the track wheel. The poor guy, we're just going to see if we can get a few more shots in. Very slim chance down to the turret, but we do get one in again. So we've almost killed this tank ourselves. Do we get the finishing shot in? We do, but we don't manage to kill him. We leave him on a slivering of health. Now, as you can see, this game is not looking promising, is it? It's 11-7 in the enemy's favour, and I'm just trying to make the most of it now. But again, in this location, they've now pushed forward, down the sort of 3 line, and I'm going to try and get a few shots into Stone Cold, another very dangerous tank. But unfortunately, I don't sort of let my shot aim in, and I bounce. This TD's now pushing me. So I'm going to pull back behind this rock, sort of try and reverse side scope a little bit and see if I can get some shots basically. I'm just pushing out, get a shot and then pull back into cover. Because it's not looking promising. They're now in a cap. It's just, at this stage, it's just kind of almost accepted that I was going to lose this game at this point in a little bit. But I was just going to thinking, well, I'm just going to try to do as much damage as I can, and we'll see what we can get out of it, and then if we do lose, at least we can get some damage. Now this Barras has come around, he's put a shot into me with this other shot, and if I've got any chance of winning this game, I am going to have to take him out, but I'm going to try and get a shot in on the reset as we do. We do get a shot in, and that's bought us a bit of time. That's a crucial snapshot there. We need to take out this Barrasto now, because I can't be dealing. All he's going to do is reload and then come back round and put 2 shots into me. So I've got to take him out. He has now reloaded and put 2 shots in me, but I'm close enough now to, you know, make sure I take him out of the game, and that punishment wasn't for nothing. And we wait till we aim that shot, we take him out. You know, it was almost inevitable that he was going to get those shots into me, whether I pushed him or not, because if I started to fight the guys in the cap, he was just going to reload, come around and put the 2 shots into me. But at least this time I got close enough to him that when he did put the shots into me, I was able to kill him for it. I had to take a gamble, because you see I had like 10 seconds left on the cap. It paid off. We got a shot on the atomic. He missed his shot. Could have died there, but had no choice, didn't I? I had to go for that reset. We got it, and now we're going to try and get a shot into the polar resist atomic. We're almost hold down ourselves, and it's difficult for him to get a shot into us. And this turret is fairly decent actually, especially if they're not firing premium at you. You can bounce shots off of it because of the sort of extreme angles of it. Now I've got plenty of time on the cap, so I don't need to risk poking there anymore. So I'm thinking I'm going to try and flank and get a sort of side shot on this guy, because now I'm in a 1 versus 3 scenario. But I'm sort of thinking to myself, I have a chance here depending on the hit points of the remaining tanks. So I know this atomic's a 1 shot, so I'm hoping I'm going to come around here and potentially get a side shot into him. At least, you know, I'm hoping he's not going to expect me to pop up from this position anymore. I was hoping I was going to be able to get a shot into him here, but it looks like he's hidden right around the corner. But we come round, his turret wasn't facing me, we've taken him out. And now it's in a 1 versus 2 situation. I'm thinking, I just need to create my distance. At this point I'm thinking, let's just get to the hill, and then if they go and sit in the cap, we can work out what to do from there. I'm just trying to create my distance and not stay in the same location I just was. But as I was crossing to get to the hill, I get lit by this Guardian SCG, and he's very healthy. So this is now a problem for me really, because he knows exactly where I'm heading. So what I'm going to do in shoot, I'm going to try and trick him. I'm going to try and keep going that way so he thinks I'm going up the hill, and then turn around. And my plan was to bait him basically, so he would go up the other way to cut me off, but it doesn't work, and he comes round and now faces me here, and it's annoying because if I would have carried on going, I would have been able to escape this guy. But as it stands, he doesn't fall for the bait. He goes that way, and I get a few more shots from him, but the Dragon then takes me out. So it's a shame really. It was very close to being a winnable situation there. But nonetheless, you know, like I say, it's a defeat, but it wasn't a terrible game, was it? It was Himmelsdorf. We got 5 kills. We got just under 5k damage. The defender, the high caliber, got a 2nd mark. So it's not a terrible defeat, is it really? So yeah, that's it for this first replay, and we will see you in a bit for the second replay of the video. Hello, so we're back for the second and final replay of the video, and we're in the tier 9 German tech tree tank, the Waffle, and we're on Vineyards. Now I'm pretty sure this was like either my first game or second game in this tank. It was definitely one of the beginning games in this tank, so I probably hadn't quite had a chance to get to see how good the camo etc is on the tank, and it is pretty decent, to be honest with you. If you want to see a bit more gameplay specifically on this tank, I do already have my 3 mark video out for this tank, so if you look back, I think I've got sort of 3 or 4 replays of this tank if you want to look back and watch those that video. But we're on Vineyards, and we're going to push up basically to this ridge in the sort of A sort of 5 position. As we was heading over there, our light tank had sort of started to push out basically and spot for me, which is really nice, because as he does that, it sort of gives me a bit more information exactly what's there. And because he moves up, I've actually thought I've got the freedom to move a little bit further forward than I might, because nothing's really been spotted there. And if you can see in sort of the bottom of the mini map, there's quite a lot of stuff which has already been sort of spotted in the sort of other side of the map. So I've started to get the feeling that I might actually be able to push and play a bit more aggressive here, because our light tanks push forward, and you can see he's already lit what's in their spawn. There's nothing here contesting me, so there's no point me sitting there. I've got the information to know that I'll be able to move further forward than this, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to push up this next ridge, and really try and take control of the map facing and get them sort of pinned into one location and see what we can do. So we're mushing up, we're driving over and we're going to see if we can get some shots. We spot this waffle, it gets unlit before I get a chance to put a shot in. We chance a shot anyway, because you don't hit what you don't take, do you? So I took a little chancy shot, see what we could get. Didn't pay off. Now I'm just hoping for something to be spotted so I can get a few shots in. There's got to be some stuff there, and there is. This waffle's now been spotted again in the open. We put a shot into him. We saw the RT. We thought, well, we've got to check if we can get a shot into him. We couldn't, but we're going to see if we can get another shot into this waffle before he gets away from me. Unfortunately, he's got into cover, and I don't have that opportunity for the shot anymore. But it's okay because the S-Barn's got spotted. We've got a shot into him blind. And we're going to see this waffle again. We're going to try and get another shot into him. This is the beauty of this gun. You can just see all these opportunities. Potentially, if I had a bigger gun, I might not have had the opportunity to get shots into those because they would have been to cover before I got a chance. And that's why I like this gun. It definitely, it suits me anyway. And I do also like to play a bit silly sometimes, and having that DPM is quite nice. Now, nothing's really getting lit, and we decided to sit in the cap now as well, so they might sort of bring this out to us a little bit. We've got an opportunity to get a shot into Valor, E100, sorry. We probably should have fully aimed it and would have penned, but you know, it's not to worry. This grill's now spotted. I'm going for the grill because I think he's the most dangerous tank and I want him to die. So we're making sure we get our shots into him, and then unfortunately, I think as I went to shoot that grill, it looked like the heavy sort of Panzer turret turned and my shot hit his gun turret, hit his gun, sorry, and then didn't actually penetrate the waffle, which is very unlucky. But yeah, we tried to get another shot into this guy blind, doesn't pay off. We're in a sort of location where we've got a few different angles to get shots in, but I've got a little bit bored now because we're sitting in the cap and I'm a bit concerned that it's 40 seconds on the clock, but we're just going to cap out, so it forces me to play it more aggressive and actually sort of push in. Now, as you say, I was testing the camo there because I've not really played the tank, and I took a shot. It was very chancy, wasn't it? I sat right in the open and I got lit for it, and so I've got to try and get into cover now, try and get in this little dip behind these trains and get under the bridge. This Dragon pushes through. I get a shot into him, hit his engine deck, set him straight on fire. That was a very big shot. Now, this is where it gets hairy, basically. We're pushed into a position very close to the enemy, and it gets very, very hairy. I'm trying to shut down this Dragon, but I realise I can't push over because I'm going to get shot by this S-Barn, and we're not in a brilliant situation anymore. There's a Dragon behind us, an S-Barn in front of us. We're a bit surrounded. I want to take out the S-Barn, but I can't quite get a shot into him, so I'm going to pull back around to the bridge, and I'm hoping this Dragon's going to push me like soon, because I don't want it, you know, I want to take him out as quickly as I can. We managed to shut him down. We've now got this other sort of medium round the corner we're trying to hide from, and we've got the S-Barn coming in as well, so it's very, very close at the moment. It's a bit of a situation, an awkward situation to be in, but we're just going to keep alert, make sure we can see him get a shot in. I'm pulling up to see if I can get a shot on the S-Barn. I'm trying to bait that Dragon in because I need him to die, to be honest with you. I'm hoping he comes in for me, and he does come in for me, and this is great because I have good DPM. He puts the shot into me, which is fine. I'm going to get an opportunity to put my shot in and finish him off before he can shoot me. We drive forward just to block him, to stop him getting away from us, and we take him out. So that's big now because he was a real nuisance being there, especially with his hash. But then, here comes the Jag E100. Now we're in a very, very, very awkward situation. We go for the track, we track him, which is important. The S-Barn comes down, we hit the S-Barn, kill him. And now we're just thinking, oh god, this is not good. We're trying to sort of outmaneuver him. I'm trying to get a shot into his track wheel. I couldn't quite do it with the gun depression. I'm thinking it's all over there. I get shot, unfortunately, by the heavy tank, which has now come in as well, the German Tier 10 heavy tank. So we're really not in a good situation, are we? We get a shot into him there. This is not what we want to be happening to us. Our E4, meanwhile, was just sat at our base, not making any attempt to close the distance and help me out. So yeah, this is not a situation I want to be. I'm just trying to dodge shots, get shots in where I can, and it's kind of inedible. I'm going to die, isn't it? I'm just trying to get as many shots in as I can. Now this light comes in. Now I have to kill him. He's priority 1 now if I get any chance of surviving. So I might get a shot into him, track him. I take out him. Yes, we do. Now this Jaggy 100's coming up here. I'm trying to sort of get away from him. But yeah, this is not good. As I do, I then get shut down by the heavy tank. And that's all they wrote for me there. It was a bit of a hectic end, wasn't it? So unfortunately we lost that one. Our E4 sort of ends up staying in the back of the map and doesn't come forward. So a bit of a shame. But you know, it was a fun end, even though we did lose, and we managed to get 4 kills, 7,000 damage. You know, base XP of 1,189 on a loss. So yeah, you know, although we lost, we've managed to, you know, picked up the ace tanker. Wasn't a too bad game, was it? So yeah, really hope you enjoyed these replays, and as always, happy tanking.